Joining me today on NYSE Floor Talk is Jerome Grant. He is the CEO at Universal Technical Institute. Jerome, it's fantastic to have you here. Thanks for joining me.
Judy, thank you for having me. Wonderful to be here.
Pleasure. So now let's start by talking about the company. Tell me about Universal Technical Institute.
Well, Universal Technical Institute is actually a group of higher education institutions. We have 16 schools that focus in transportation, skilled trades, and energy, and 17 schools that focus in healthcare. Been around for about 60 years, so we're not new to the business. And we focus in such trades as auto, diesel, motorcycle, marine, nursing, and just about everyone else who surrounds a doctor in a hospital.
So you recently released your Q2 earnings.
We did.
What were some of the highlights?
Well, we had a very strong quarter, in part because enrollments are really beginning to surge. People are really thinking about the trades and thinking about healthcare in a way they've never thought about them before. And so on both sides of the equation, our enrollments were up double digits, which is great to see that the tide is turning and people are thinking more about alternatives to a four-year school.
What's your outlook for 2025?
Well, the momentum's building, and so this recent quarter, we actually gave projections for 2025 for the first time this year. We see sales somewhere in the neighborhood of $800 million and a double-digit increase in our profitability, at least 100 basis points improvement over this past year. So we think 2025 is going to be a very strong year as well.
So UTI has a variety of educational programs. How do these programs align with the evolving needs of the industries you serve? And what steps are you taking to ensure strong student outcomes?
Well, that's a really great question. Universal Technical Institute and Concord Career Colleges mainly focus in high in-demand fields. And what that means is where the demand for people in this area far outstrips the supply, right? And so our growth and our focus has been on trying to solve that problem of the gap for these skilled collared workers. Industry alignment's at the cornerstone of what we do. At Universal Technical Institute, we have relationships with over 34 manufacturers in the auto, diesel, motorcycle, marine, welding areas. GM, Ford, all the name brands. That industry alignment is key to the quality of education that we offer. And quality is at the cornerstone of what we do. We have nearly 70% of our students graduate within their time allotment, and 85% of our students get jobs in market within the very first year, which is extraordinary in the higher education space.
Okay, so now Gen Z students, we see them pursuing careers in skilled trades. How is this demographic shifting your strategic planning and bottom line?
Well, it's a great phenomenon. What we've been working very hard on over the last number of years is getting the word out that there is, in fact, an alternative to a traditional four-year education, that the ROI is really there for students. At Universal Technical Institute, about 50% of our students come directly out of high school. And that is something that's growing quite rapidly right now, because now high school students are thinking more about the path they take after graduation. If I could be out in the market within 1 year as a welder, making a great salary in a stable market that has a trajectory to remain stable, that may be a better alternative than a four-year education that might turn into a job when I graduate. Healthcare, of course, is the demand is exponentially higher. And therefore, the focus of our areas in healthcare around industry alignment is working with the employment community to make sure that students are taken care of, not just when they graduate, but also as they progress through school.
Jerome, it's been wonderful to talk with you. Thanks for joining me on Floor Talk today.
Well, thank you very much. Great to be here, Judy.